Hi, this is Adam Reuter, and I am here with Lauren of Baltimore Cop Block. She's the founder. It was founded just not too long ago.
Like June, I guess, at Pork Fest.
June 2013?
Yep.
Awesome. And you met?
I met Pete and all the other Cop Block, Cop Watch boys down there and was talking about how Baltimore didn't have one. And we have like horrendous police brutality and everything else. So I was surprised we didn't have one.
We were getting a lot of things in the news, and there was definitely a need for that.
Yeah.
So what got you interested in cop blocking?
Well, I got interested in watching other cop blockers like a couple years ago, and thought that there should be one here. So I had been thinking about doing it for a good year before I actually did it. Actually talked to Pete about doing it. But I had a incident where a policeman beat me up. And, a man, a 6-foot-something man. He.
And you're about how much?
5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was on my property. He came to my house. There was a domestic. Me and my sister were fighting. She wouldn't let me in the house, and so the door was broken. He told me I could go in through the window. He had been yanking me around and getting real aggressive with me anyway before he even let me go in the window. And then when I was going in the window, I said to my girlfriend outside, make sure you get his badge number before he leaves. And he rushed me and grabbed my ankles and pulled me out of the window. And I put my hands up and my whole upper body and face and arms smashed the window.
Wait, so he told you could go in?
He told me I could go in, but because he was getting ready to leave. And I said, make sure you get his badge number before he leaves. Because he hurt me, because he was yanking me around on the porch. I had a dislocated shoulder, and he was just being a little manhandly with me. And he did that thing where they put your arm behind your backing up, and he hurt me, so I wanted his badge number, and that pissed him off. So he tried to yank me through the window, broke the window with my face, and then dropped me in the house. And then while I was trying to stand up, in a pile of broken glass, mind you, he kicked the front door in, and then came in and put me face down on the floor with the glass and everything, put his knees in my back, put the handcuffs on me, picked me up by the handcuffs off the ground, and smashed me into the back of onto the trunk of the police car and all that. And then charged me with second-degree assault on a police officer, disturbing the peace and resisting arrest. So he got mad because I asked for his badge number. And
yeah, so I had that experience as well when I was stopped from exercising my First Amendment rights, which I had, I tried to go through the proper channels by applying for a permit. I was denied. They said, you can't do this because it's on government property. As it turns out, this particular plot of land, which is in front of the Towson Circuit Court, had already been used for public events such as Towson Town Festival, the World Cup Festival. And see, I had to look into the laws, and the Supreme Court basically said if any government property is ever used for public usage that's outside of the normal scope of government activities, such as that, you can no longer deny somebody like a protest or like, any event like that. Once it's done the first time, that's it. You've opened up the doors. And they denied me my permit, and then so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to go there and do it anyway. And anyway, so cops eventually were called by somebody. Of course, there's sheriffs all around anyway, so I'm sure they just radioed it in. And I had the same exact experience. As soon as I asked for their badge numbers, they were like, they don't have a problem asking us or demanding us our IDs. But
no, not at all. But as soon as you ask them, that's when they get mad.
Well, yeah, it was kind of just like I was disrespecting them for asking them for their identification. So that if they did do anything, or that if a lawsuit would have happened, which it didn't. Because they eventually came around, and I was like, look, you can't deny me the permit. And I'll take you to federal court if you keep saying no. So, and had it come to that, I would have had them cops subpoenaed, and I wouldn't know them otherwise, like which ones to do it, because as soon as they go away, I don't remember faces very often.
That's how you have to do it, so that you have all the information. The incident that happened recently with my friends, they didn't get their badge numbers or anything, and now we're going through all this crap trying to figure out who the police were that pulled them over.
And they don't even have a cop, like the car number.
No, because it was an undercover car in the last incident. Yeah, so we really don't have a lot to go on this, but the sergeant's helping us with this next situation. But that's really important. You need to gather your own evidence, is what I call it.
So, are you glad you started Cop Block?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, I'm glad I started it, but it's hard being where everybody comes to. In a big city where you're, one person with a couple people helping you out.
Right.
It would, if I had a bigger group, it'd be easier, but you get these horrendous stories all the time, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you feel so powerless.
Yeah, and, it's like, and they think you're going to be able to help, and really what I can help you with is helping yourself during the incident. So if you didn't help yourself during the incident, and you didn't tape it, and you didn't ask for badge numbers, and you didn't know your rights beforehand, right. I can't really do a whole lot for you afterwards. So that's why a lot of it's education.
Yeah, I think you'll end up being some kind of liaison, and once your name starts getting known, like around media and the other police, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, if Lauren's involved, this ain't good."
Yeah, well, I mean, there's other groups in Baltimore that do not cop blocking per se, but they do police accountability, and they try to get information out. So they already have lawyers that help them out. So like I've been working with other groups in Baltimore too, outside of Cop Block, because there's a lot of networking going on.
Right.
So then they have resources because they've been around for a while, and they can help me out. And everybody's been real cool with helping me out too. So it's been good.